business card exchange every Thursday, 8 to 9. Are we going to be here one more week? Or
One more week.
We'll be here one more week, then we'll move back to the Murphy Community Center. So be sure to check your email. If you do not get the email reminder that usually comes out on a Wednesday, you need to give your business card to Julie so that you can be added to the list as a reminder. Sometimes at the last minute, we got to move. I'm looking around the room. Is there anybody here for the first time? I thought I recognized your face. Sir, how did you hear about us?
Just through colleagues, through Christy Denham, Wiley Chamber, other people who go, places like that.
Awesome. That's very, very good. I think as I've said before, the Wiley and Saxon Chambers have meetings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays similar to this, and it's not uncommon for people there. We are at the advantage being last over that way. Those who have been, those who have been in church here, they just found out about this one also. Because we have a few members that are also members there, and they attend. And so that is awesome. Okay. Make sure your cell phone is on silent or vibrating if you would, please. And for everybody's awareness, John has attended the spotlight today. Okay. And looks like we've got some visuals. That's okay. That being said, I'm going to turn it over to Julie, our executive director. Listen up for, we've had ribbon cuttings three previous Thursdays. I don't think there's any today, though, right?
Not today. We're taking a break this week, but I have more.
So anyway, listen up to what else is going on over the next 30 days, other opportunities to get visibility about your business. Take it away, Julie.
Thank you, Mark. Good morning, I'm Julie Richards. Nice to see you all here this brisk fall morning. Hopefully we can have the rain stay away because I think the mix of cold and rain is even worse than just the cold. So, but good morning. Thank you, Seth Thomas Artistic Enterprises for being our October sponsor and bringing all the delicious breakfast treats all the nights to be able to come and have a snack and coffee whatever. So thank you, Seth, for supporting this program. And if anyone here is interested in future sponsorship for this program, see me after the program. I'd be happy to talk with you about the opportunity to do that. As Marv said, we have one more week here, and then we will be back in the community center. So thanks for bearing with us and changing locations and also spreading the word to get new folks here as well. So we do have ribbon cutting scheduled already in November. It looks like we're going to have, we already have 2 in a row scheduled. So November 7th, next Thursday, we have Tropical Smoothie Cafe. They're in the same complex over by, actually right next near Club Pilates, which is one of our newer members as well. So they are, again, on 226 East FM 544, right in that complex, Tropical Smoothie Cafe. We're going to do a ribbon cutting for them at 4:30 next Thursday, November 7th. And then the following Thursday, on November 13th, Karam and Nalem. Pam has been here a few times. The salon is actually going to have their ribbon cutting at 4:30. And they're located at 2301 North Central Expressway in Plano. So again, that's November 13th. So mark your calendar. And coming up already,
is the ribbon cutting going to be in Plano or here?
I believe it's going to be in Plano, but I'm going to check with them. They haven't told me otherwise, so I'll check with them just to make sure, and I'll make sure to update the group. November 12th is going to be our monthly luncheon in November, so just make note for anyone who realizes that usually it's the third Tuesday of the month. It is back in a couple weeks because we do follow the veteran holiday closer, because this is our lunch where we offer free lunch for veterans in the community. So if you know a veteran or you are a veteran, please join us. We'd love to have, give you a complimentary lunch at our luncheon. And veterans can also bring one guest at our member rate of $15 to also have lunch with them as well. We do have Carl Flowers, who's a veteran himself, a speaker, a trainer, and consultant. He's going to talk about the Spirits of Success 1776 and how the words and action of our founders can still impact our lives today. We're going to have that program catered by Dickey's Barbecue. Murphy Veterans Tribute, as well as Langford Properties, is our sponsor for that program. And so it's always a great day to come out and please spread the word. I am having veterans call or email me to actually do the RSVP rather than drag them to the website and to register. It's a little confusing sometimes if you're not a member. But just, if you know anyone, just have them call the chamber and we can get them all taken care of. Registration will be, your email will be going out soon on that event. All right, and then also coming up already in December, the City of Murphy hosts their Christmas Park event. It's an annual event from 5:30 to 8. It's over in the municipal complex, right near the chamber office, actually. Across the street from the community center is the municipal complex. Right there in this oval grassy area, they'll have Santa. They usually have reindeer, marshmallow roasting. The chamber will serve hot chocolate to the public, so that's always a popular thing with the crowds. We'll be there. There's going to be kids' crafts and games, food and craft vendors, so it's a fun night. Hopefully we'll have good weather. I think we had some rain last year, but we still had a pretty good turnout. I think we served over 300 cups of hot cocoa last year. And that was, so, and they will move things kind of in the building if they need to. But the parade starts at 5:30, tree lighting 5:45, and then festivities go until 8 o'clock. So mark your calendar, December 8th. We'd love to see you there. And then last but not least, I have each week talked about our directory. So the deadline actually that I've been talking about is November 1st, which is tomorrow. I am going to extend it 1 week. If you're thinking about it and you haven't made your decision, let me know. I'll give you 1 more week. Would love to have you in here. If you have any questions at all, please see me after the program or give me a call. I'd love to talk to you about it. So with that, I'll turn it over so we can get started today. Looking for a friendly face that wants to go first. I saw you with the waist up. Go ahead. And you get a full minute.
Question it is.
Oh, awesome. Even better. Good morning. My name is Matthew Soto. I'm with Keller Williams Realty and the Soto Real Estate Group here in Murphy, right next to Countryburg. We specialize in residential real estate, so we can help you or anyone you know buy, sell, invest, or build. We do have a commercial partner, so if you're looking for commercial space, we can help you there as well. Some unique features about working with us is we do have some unique buyer and seller programs that no one else offers to help our clients out. And then we also have a new app that is in beta right now that we have partnered with Google. Google's trying to break it before we actually roll it out. And one key feature is that when clients or when customers are searching for homes, if you have a business and we feature you on there, they can see where your business is at as well while they're searching homes. And so if you want to get on there, we'll get to know you a little bit better, go to your shop, take some pictures so we can put it into our app and feature you as a business while consumers are searching to buy a home. So my name is Matthew Soto with Keller Williams and Soto Real Estate.
Good morning, all. I'm Christy Denham with the Jal Dennis Group, financial advisory firm. Talking about something scary this morning. We're going into a second quarter of cautionary period of the market. This means that there are symptoms leading towards a recession, and not as scary as we've experienced in the past, but these are just historical cautions. If you're feeling a little woozy or scared about the turbulence that's potentially ahead, come to us. We have some great investment vehicles that can have a little bit less risk, protect your assets. If you're feeling like you want to take the ride and plunge full forward and take advantage of the sale, come see us. We have ideas for that as well. First, we have the Jal Dennis Group.
I'm going to bring my coffee with me, because if I put it on the floor, I'll probably kick it over when I go to sit back down. Good morning. My name is Seth Thomas with Seth Thomas Artistic Enterprises. I do a number of things. I am primarily a piano and voice instructor in the area. I also make gourmet, I describe them, self-describe them as gourmet cakes for all special occasions. So with the holidays coming up, if you are looking for something a little extra special to serve, but you just don't have the time to make it yourself, I know homemade is the big thing during this season, but if you don't have the time to do it yourself, go ahead and give me a call and I will get you set up for any special occasion cakes that you need. My name is Seth Thomas Artistic Enterprises.
Yeah, good morning everybody. George Miles, Low Realty. I got a hat always because I go
in the rain, like yesterday morning. I've been out in the rain with the mud, you know it. So I'm the guy that's seeing, I'm the realtor that's seeing at least 100 houses every month. I'm selling houses that are foreclosed, or if it's foreclosure, as you know, I'm a specialist in everything that's foreclosure, commercial or residential real estate. If you want to make an investment in a foreclosed home, talk to me because I know a little bit more than you and everybody else in real estate. You'll find us all in.
Jean Chastain, Radical Insurance, and I disagree with Chrissy. I think the next liquidity crunch is going to be worse than the one in 2008. So if you haven't hedged your bets, get with her. I sell health and life. I'm going to start doing myth of the day because as I was walking out the door, I heard on the news where some lady had gone in for a mammogram, which was on Obamacare is free, right? Free mammograms. And they said, come back, we need to do some more tests. And then she was complaining about how much the new test cost. Well, did it anywhere in there it say free sonogram? No. Free x-rays? No. What made you think it was free? It's not. Everything you do is expensive, but it's a matter of hedging your bets. So whether it's your portfolio or your health, be sure and have something lined up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ed Williamson, Handyman Service Group, and we make home repairs simple. My guys are telling me it's too damn cold to work outside. So I'm looking for bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, and interior paint jobs. So if you know anybody that's looking, let me know.
Good morning, Chamber. I'm Carol Lee with SOWET. Most of you know me, what I do, but I'm going to talk a little bit about something else. Today, it got really cold outside, and most of you know that I work with the homeless, and we need new gloves, and we need hats, and we need socks. So if you feel like you could donate, please purchase them. Do not get used ones. And I will collect them here at the chamber, but remember, we have a lot of people out there that are homeless.
Hi, my name is Art. I'm with Bullet Graphics and Printing. Anytime you need a printing project, please come see Mako and myself. Or if you have friends that need printing, please tell them about us. I'm Art with Bullet Printing.
Linda with Persona Marketing, and I sell promotional items. You can put a logo on it. As you know, I'm here if you want to say thank you to your clients for all their past year business. And maybe you don't want to thank them. Maybe you need more clients. So let's think about next year and find that perfect tchotchke to keep your company name in your potential clients' hands 24/7. I'm Linda with Persona Marketing. What's your persona?
Good morning, I'm Sandy Garner with Aflac. I am a policy holder of Aflac as well as an agent. And I have an accident policy which has a wellness benefit that could cover medical, dental, or vision. One person per family per year can use it depending on the coverage. Now, I chose to use it about 2 weeks ago for a dental wellness check, and ladies and gentlemen, they paid me $60 within 3 days. We have a one-day pay, but I haven't set up my direct deposit yet, so I got my $60 check, so that's like it doesn't pay.
Rick Ross with Expanse, multi-platform marketing. What does that mean? Well, here's the deal. Why are we here? You're here to connect with others, to connect you with others, to support your business. Well, that's a form of marketing. That's a platform. I do multi-platforms. Get with me. I'll go over all 5 platforms with you and explain how your ROI, your lead generation, and your connections will improve. Rick Ross with Expanse, expanding your reach.
Good morning, I'm Sherry Cersei, billing and personal assistance. We're coming up on the holidays, things you don't have
spotlight, so I'll make it quick, but I do pre-arrangements. And I think you follow up the market news, funeral news, but that's what we're going to talk about. So.
Good morning, everybody. Central Victim, we are the collision repair and head damage repair experts. What I found out is sometimes, a lot of times, adjusters will come in. Thank you. Adjusters will come in and they will tell you that they will give you an estimate and they'll say you need to go to this collision repair place. They cannot tell you what to do. It's your car, you can take it to anybody you want, and we work with all insurance companies. So if you know someone who needs our help, send them our way. Remember, Central Victim is the right place.
After the wrong turn.
Good morning, I'm Bob with Special Webs. We do online services, website hosting, management, registered domains. We do video work. If you'd like to, as Rich mentioned, with multiple avenues to get your message to folks right now. The most cost-effective right now is social media marketing. We do those sorts of things. We've got some ads running right now for political candidates. We have some running actually for our own candidates. So if we can help you with anything that you might need for your online services, let me know. Bob Tillman, with Special Webs, we untangle the web for you.
Mark Williams, and most of you are certainly aware that I help people in solve any kind of order known to mankind, and I'm sitting here. There are 3 different instances where I helped this technology, air purification technology, solve a skunk odor problem in less than 24 hours. That is pretty amazing. But it's more ideal, because I don't think you got a skunk in your house anywhere, but you may have a pet somewhere in a room, and this single remedial is ideal for that. Most of you, whether you realize it or not, your house has, this is brand new, has a stale, musty smell to it that you don't even recognize or think anything about. I have big whole house units that will be ideal in solving that problem and create clean, fresh smelling air in your house. I also specialize in alkaline water, and I'll be making 2 deliveries before this meeting area is over with. Ideal to keep your body properly hydrated. And remember, it's your health that's your greatest wealth, folks. Okay. There are 2 reasons, 2 benefits, shall we say, in this meeting as a chamber member. One of those is a 10-minute spotlight where you have more time to talk about who you are. You can make it as personal as you want, or strictly about your business. It's entirely up to you. And the second reason, do we have any door prizes today?
We do. Yeah, we
We'll have door prizes at the end of the meeting if you are a member, okay? All right, John, the floor is yours. Looks like he's going to have a...
And I'll hold it 2 minutes. When he gets 8 minutes, I'll hold it 2.
Okay. Mike doesn't need it all, but I will. So again, thank you for the opportunity to do this, everybody. My name is John Conwell, and I'm the Charles W. Smith Funeral Home. 5 locations: Saxony, Lavon, Princeton, Kinney, and Garland. I've been with Charles about a month now, doing pre-arrangement, my specialist pre-arrangement. Prior to that, I spent about 5 years at another funeral home down in Dallas, and I had a dual role. One was pre-arrangements, the other was what we call at-need arrangements. So after somebody passes away, they come into the funeral home, they need to make arrangements. I can't express to it, some of you might have experienced, but it's hard to explain what that means to a family, how difficult it is on one of the worst days of their life. In fact, I can't really explain it properly. So what I thought I would do, I'm going to try something, do a little exercise with you. So bear with me, we'll do that. Okay, so imagine many, many, many years from now, you'll have died. So one of your loved ones, your spouse, kids most likely, or one of your loved ones are going to come into a funeral home and they need to talk with you already. First thing, they'll sit down, meet with the funeral director, come in, sit in the room, sit down at the table, and a lot of questions are going to start being asked of you. First question, they'll ask is, when do you want a service? Then they might ask, well, gee, where do you want that service? Do you want it at a chapel? Or do you want it at your church? Or possibly, would you want it at the graveside? If it's going to be cremation, they're going to say, well, if it's cremation, what are we going to do with the ashes? You can do all of this, church, chapel, graveside. You can even do a visitation. They'll ask you, do you want a visitation? Typically the night before, okay? Or it could be a viewing. You know, it's a public or private viewing or visitation the night before. If you're going to have a visitation, you want to dress your loved one in a dignified manner. So what about clothing? What kind of clothing would you like to put your loved one in? Is there going to be any jewelry? Okay, if there's going to be jewelry, whose is it? Where is it? Does somebody want it back? Who do we give it back to afterwards if they want to keep it? Okay. At any one of these services, you probably want a minister. Okay. At the service, you might want some eulogies being said, or some prayers, or music. Spell it properly. A lot of decisions to be made. If it's going to be a traditional funeral, and you'll need a casket, okay? What kind of casket do you want? There's wood caskets. There's metal caskets. It's going to be a wood casket. What kind of wood? There's all sorts of choices. You might want an oak casket. You might want a cherry casket. Okay. If it's an urn, you have the same considerations. If it's an urn, it can be metal, it can be wood, or it could be some type of stone. Okay. So these are all just a tip of the iceberg question that your loved one is going to have to answer about you. And at the end, the funeral director will then ask probably the hardest question of all. And that will be, how would you like to pay for it? Okay. So this is a very difficult situation, okay? But there is an easier way. Okay? The easier way is you spend an hour and a half or 2 hours with a professional, such as myself, and do a pre-arrangement for yourself, so your loved ones don't need to do that. So, again, years from now, when you pass away, your loved one walks into the funeral home, they're just going to have to answer one question. It's going to be, when will you like the service? Everything else has been done. Okay? Paid for, decisions made. So the question becomes, well, what would you prefer to do? Leave your loved one with this situation or with that situation? Pre-arrangement is a great thing to do. It's something that someone will have to deal with at some point. Okay? So what I do with people, I've got a few handouts in the back as you're leaving. Just hand out one is why do you plan ahead? Okay, another one about cremation, and there's another one about just the specifics about funeral pre-planning. Comes from the state of Texas, just nice and full. When you go to pre-arrange, we've got what we call a personal planning guide. Okay, and what this does, it's everything about the individual, all your choices, what are your wishes. Okay, it's a planning guide. I sit down with people and fill it out. Okay, and this is a planning guide, and then this next step would be to pre-fund it. Okay? You can save a lot of money doing it today instead of next year, 5 years, 10, 20, 30 years down the road. Funeral prices only go up. So I don't just hand this out to people or send it to them in the mail because there's no way I can give them any advice. I like to sit down with people and get to know them a little bit. So I like to meet with people, fill this out. There's no charge, there's no obligation, but it's a great way just to get started and start thinking about what you're going to do. Okay? And anyway, so that's my presentation here. Thank you. First time I do this, so I'm just kind of doing it as you guys are guinea pigs, so I appreciate you letting me do it. So again, John Conwell, Charles W. Smith, thank you very much. Sure.
All right, so Charles W. has 5 locations here in Texas, and if someone goes through pre-arrangement, pre-funds and all that, but then they subsequently, you're talking 30, whatever years out in the future, then they subsequently move to another state or whatever, what's the impact? If, you know, they're in another area, they don't, their loved ones don't want to bring them back to Texas or whatever.
Great question. I should have mentioned that earlier. Funeral plans are transferable. Okay? So Charles does a couple of things. One is he'll transfer his funeral to another location. He's accepted other funeral homes plans at his location, so they are transferable. It's a case-by-case basis. Okay? Not every funeral home is going to do that, but the majority of them, and many will, so they are transferable. Does that answer the question? Okay. And the other thing is, if you're out of state, obviously, if you're going somewhere else, and a lot of times people will have a funeral plan here in Murphy, and they're going to be buried in their family cemetery in another state. Happens all the time. So we take care of the funeral, the service, etc., and we're responsible for getting them out, to that cemetery. Yes.
What if your husband is a veteran and they're going to, he's going to be buried at
DFW National over in the Grand Prairie, Arlington area. So when you think about pre-arrangement, I like to separate it into 2 parts: cemetery, funeral home. Cemetery, as far as veterans go, yes, he gets a space. You get a space. Get outer barrel container, it's a grave liner, basically the casket goes in, outer barrel container with vault goes in there. That's no charge. And also the headstone. And you can also do cremation, and they've got niches and columnariums out there where cremated remains can go. That extends to the spouse. As far as funeral home, Charles gives a percentage discount just because that's what he does, but there's no other benefits unless someone's killed in action. Okay, then that's a different story. But for veterans and also any veteran benefit, of course, has to be with honorable discharge. And everybody needs their discharge papers. DE-214 is the most recent one. So get the DE-214, just have it handy. If you're working with funeral home or cemeteries, get a copy of it so they have it in the file. So the whole idea of all this is get it done ahead of time. So you have to run around answering questions, get things done, trying to get that paperwork. So that's the answer to the veteran question.
Very good. Thank you, John. Any other questions? Meeting very informative for sure. Do we have anybody lined up for next week at all?
No, we do not, because our November sponsor, which was the Dental Implant Center, gave theirs last week. So we can draw.
Okay, are there any, how many chamber members that are here have not had a 10-minute spotlight yet? Anybody that's sitting here have not had a 10-minute spotlight yet? We've been doing this since March, so we're probably trying to review now. If you haven't had any in 3 months, we can draw for one.
Art, have you?
No, I have not. Sure.
What you want to do next week then? Next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
I'll do that.
Awesome.
And we'll bring the
That's
twins.
simple.
We're going to bring the twins with you?
I'm going to send Michael to my place.
Very good, very good.
And just working out with me if he wants to use the.
Yeah, we do PowerPoints.
I can
We
set- I
have
can
all
set that
kinds of
up.
ways
Okay.
to work things out. Okay.
So it'll be here, right?
It'll be
It'll
here.
still be here, yes, we'll still be here. Next Thursday, hopefully will be the last time we will be here. Like I said, pay attention to your emails that I typically get on a Wednesday, that is a reminder of where we're gonna be. Okay, any other community announcements going on in the area that could be a benefit to anybody, everybody, networking wise, whatever going on over the next 30 days or so? I'm not sure of anything myself. Rick?
Well, I do have the Expand Social Networking Mixer in Allen at Cafe Del Rio on the 14th.
Oh,
From 5:30 to 8.
Remember, yes,
If you have excess of Halloween candy left over, because weather, whichever, we don't have as many trick-or-treaters, I know the Murphy Dental Home is taking candy donations to send off to the troops. And I don't know if it's adults or children, or just children, but they will pay $2 for every pound of candy given. Wow. Good kind of gesture, yeah. So something fun.
all right.
I think that's Friday they're collecting, and I don't know the other days.
Or is it sharing new work?
Anybody else?
Yeah, pretty much.
If not,
Diverting the.
time to thank you.
Just a quick thing for the chamber that I think would benefit communities here. Just wanted to let you know that murphychamber.org refresh is live. So we did a soft launch this whole week with our board of directors, and I plan to do a big public announcement next week. But just want to let you all know, and just a couple things to look for that are kind of new for the website. You know, you'll see some of the content that's the same, but the way it's laid out, we want to thank Greg Scott with Great Scott Sites. He actually worked with us to do that. You're going to see a video that Bobby has taken, and thank you, Bobby. He's been giving his time to come to all the chamber events this year. So you're going to see your spotlights up there. You're going to see, we have a direct link with the city and the EDC. We also have Murphy History, so we partner with the Historical Society to make sure that we showcase that. And I still have more pictures to get in there. You're going to see a spot for member testimonials. And so we really want you to leave your testimonials with the chamber for your experiences, to let other people that are considering a membership or anything, to let them know like what you're getting out of your membership. That's on there. Another new thing is, and I'm really excited about this, is the membership tutorials. So there's ways to understand more how to get more out of your membership by how you interact with the site when you go in. So when you log in, there's other things that you can do. So there's actually PDFs and ways that you can get in there if you ever have a spare moment. That's on there as well. Ribbon cuttings, chamber news. We actually do have Marv, we have members in the news. Marv shared with us earlier this summer a recognition that he received for what he does in the community. And so things like that are going to be on there. So I welcome you to just go check it out when you get a chance, murphychamber.org. Check it out, and if you see anything or have any feedback, just shoot me an email and let me know. I just want to thank everyone who was part of that, getting that launched.
Very good, very good, very good. Any other, okay, thank yous for who's done business with whatever lately. Bobby?
I want to thank Charles Smith. John was talking about prearranged stuff. My mom and dad lived in West Texas for 40 years, almost to the week, almost to the day, actually. They moved up here to be close to their grandkids. They didn't really care too much about their son. They didn't want to be close to their grandkids. I don't know why that was, but anyway, they had made arrangements in West Texas for their services, and when they moved up here, mother was actually interred at Wrestling. And Charles had worked there for 30-something years. When my father was nearing his end, I asked Charles if we could handle, if he could handle having my mother move to Saxe. My mom and dad are both interred in Saxe. I don't know what all he had to do, but I know if someone is buried somewhere, that's a legal document that has to be, has to be adjusted to the state and all these things. And so anyway, he took care of all that stuff. And so when my father was interred, mother was moved there at the same time. And I just, I've known Charles for 30-something years, and it's just a blessing to work with somebody that, it is a tough time, and, but it's, I've been with several families of the church we've worked where they've had to make those arrangements. It's not a lot of fun at the end. So, but anyway, I appreciate Charles and his work there, and anyway. And if I start going through and telling people that I work with, it's just, there's just about everybody in here has got something complimentary to say about it, but I did want to mention that about Charles.
Thank you for the business that I got a couple of months ago, but we finished it recently. Thank you, Bobby, for being here.
Thanks.
I want to thank Bobby for a really, really great one-on-one that we had last week. I mean, it wasn't just a one-on-one, it was a one on the group, which really led to some, your friend, which was unbelievable, so. And, with Bobby, we basically launched the the, what is it, the link for family-owned restaurants.
Yep, got that.
So what we want to have.
Yes, sir.
One more thing I want to say is thank you, Bobby, for your time. And if you haven't been to this place, you need to, because he has a lot of stuff. He has got so many scenes and screens and all these things. I said, wow, how do you manage all these things? So he's very good at it.
It's just the looks.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I said it, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks or so ago when John was first here, but, you know, we sat down and I had been procrastinating for years, and he was great in setting up prearranged plans for us, so anyway. Okay, we got door prizes?
We do.
Hopefully, if you are a member, your business card is in here if you want to try to win something. Okay, what do we got?
Perfect time. That's right. We have even more. So we have goodies and a cup from Element Personal Assistance, Sherry Cersei.
When it is.
I see.
Great.
Yes, and you want to-
Yes. All right, we have a package here, a budget, 12, so get ready to plan, way in advance. Christy, thank you, Jowl Dennis Group.
So what?
Oh, hey, thanks, Christy. And just in time for the cold weather, Clifford has given, we have 2 different drawings, and then one, we have 2 ice scrapers. 'Cause that's just around the corner, ice or maybe snow, if you're lucky. If you're lucky.
I think I got 2 over here. And
Ed, because Ed was just talking about the cold, you give this to your
Linda.
guys when they go on their next job. This is for your guys when they go on their next one. Who's the next one this?
there you go.
That's a good idea for a child.
Okay, and then we also have, we'll draw for, we have daycare, a free visit to doggy daycare with pet space.
Clifford. Whatever it is.
We have another one. Who's gonna be the lucky dog? One more lucky dog, or cat, sorry, I guess shouldn't include.
Gene.
Pet,
I
do you have a pet?
don't have a dog.
Do you have someone that you might be able to give it to?
I'll find
There you go, find someone. All right, and then we have Starwood Cafe.
Great, I've only got 3 business cards in here.
All right, 2 more draws. 2 more.
Seth.
Seth, and then 1 more. So Christy.
Christy.
All right, there we go.
Sorry, John, I didn't know if I didn't win.
I'll give you something.
Seriously, I don't know if we've ever
Who didn't win?
been down to that. That's it. John didn't win.
I got
Did you get something? There you go. No, we didn't want to leave you out.
Okay. We're done. I'm sure there's plenty of breakfast, snacks, and coffee available. Still plenty of time here, so feel free to mingle all you want, and see you next Thursday in the center somewhere else.